makes me want to holler, go away. I need more peace and hope and love. Where do I find it in this crazy old world? I need strategies, strategies for living radio. Your dose of radio rehab. Strategies for living radio. Every time I listen, Lauren and David share strategies for living, and it makes me aware. I've got strategies for living, strategies for living radio. Your dose of radio rehab. Strategies for living radio. Your dose of radio rehab. Strategies for living radio.
You know we need them. Yeah, we need those strategies, don't we? Those strategies for living. So are you ready? You ready for your daily dose of radio rehab?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think I may be a little out of my league here today.
Oh, well, you know, yeah, I know what you mean. Well, everybody else will in a moment, too. Hey, folks, welcome. Welcome into another edition of Strategies for Living. Today, a very special one, too. I'm Dr. David McMillan. She is psychotherapist, LPC Lauren Leon McMillan. Lauren, if you look up radio legend in
Yeah.
the dictionary,
Which, yes.
if you looked that up, you would find a picture of our life strategist today.
I think this is the guy.
This is the guy. This is the guy. Yeah, you can see a handsome guy like this.
Wow.
Larry Ryan. And you know, a lot of people who are listening right now are going to say, Larry Ryan, we miss him.
Yeah.
And so he has recently, unfortunately, retired from the airwaves. But I don't know, for 100 years, he's been doing a morning show.
Well, I'm glad we've been able to pull him out. For a few minutes.
Absolutely. And we'll talk about this. But Larry is beyond a radio legend when it comes to the Shreveport-Bossier market and beyond. He's worked in major markets, worked in Chicago for a little while, but we're all blessed that he decided back in 1964, he and Susie decided to call Shreveport, Louisiana their home. Larry can tell us this, but I think Susie and he married on the way down here. We'll talk about that. And then came to work for Keel, and I believe it was Vern Stearman, managed to lock himself out of the building the first day. We'll ask him about that story too.
I love it.
We've got a lot of stories here on Strategies today with
Looking
Lovable
forward to it.
Larry Ryan, our life strategist. And there's a particular reason too that he's a life strategist. We'll get to that. Folks, thank you. Thank you for tuning in to Strategies. We appreciate you, and we appreciate our sponsors making it all possible. The Robinson Film Center, and Azalea Cleaners, and Pintail Roofing, the Balanced Life Wellness Center, Fertitta's Delicatessen, home of the Muffies, SRT Sales Training, Uprising Addiction Center, and Mira Direct Primary Care. Back in a moment, Larry Ryan's here. Buckle your seatbelt and come back with us here on Strategies for Living.
Tune in daily, find the light. Healthy mind and spirits bright. Strategies for living strong. Feel the vibe, it won't go wrong. Body moves and soul align. Catch the rhythm, feel the time. Radio rehab every day. Chase those clouds of gray away. Your daily dose of radio rehab. Lift you up when skies seem drab. Mind and body, spirits free. Living life in harmony.
And welcome into Strategies for Living. Lauren Leon McMillan, David McMillan. Let's welcome into the program now Larry Ryan, Lovable Larry Ryan. Now, you know, here's the problem. How do you introduce How in the world do you introduce a guy with what Larry Ryan, the history that Larry Ryan has?
You're getting a little too carried away.
Yeah, I guess so. I need to settle down. But
just say, here he is, leave it at that.
Okay. Well, but no, I got to say one thing, because it was well deserved. It hasn't been that long ago that they gave you a Lifetime Achievement Award for the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters, and well deserved.
Thank you.
Larry, welcome.
Welcome.
Well, I'm 62 years here.
Yeah.
I'm going on 63.
My goodness, where does time go? And
what a hell of a question right there.
Yeah, it is. That's why you're a life strategist, Larry, because a lot of us, I mean, I hope you don't mind, some people that are listening don't realize, because you don't act it, you don't look it, you're 88 years old.
Yeah. Well, I will be August 1st.
August 1st, you'll be 88 years old. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And how do you do it? How in the world do you stay healthy? And
I don't know. It's just my grandparents, they all lived into their 90s.
I knew your mom and dad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
was he a piece of work or what?
Oh, wow. I remember. Great people.
Yes, he was. He was something. He had a 11th grade education. He was a mathematical genius.
Yeah.
Other than that, he didn't know squat. I'm serious. Great guy, but he worked for Lennox Wormer heating industry back in the old days, and he was in charge of shipping. And they would say, Emmett, you got 11,476 pounds here, and you got another 8,424. He said, let's make it 8,124. Now we got a full load. He would cancel. He was mathematically, he could do that.
That was his thing. Yeah.
But he didn't know squat. We should watch TV one night, and we had a place out on the lake, and we were watching, I think, a telethon or something, and there was a preacher on there, and he had flown into Africa, and he had his crew there. You could see the plane was there, and he had his crew and film and stuff.
Right.
And he, a couple of ladies there making sure everything's right, and he said, and for $19 a month, you can feed this poor helpless child. And my dad said, hell, you're there. You feed him. That's almost 40 years ago he did that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, but enough of that. I'm glad to be here.
We're so glad you're here, and we got a lot of catching up to do. You are missed. You are sorely missed on the airwaves. It's not right to tune in to a morning radio around the area and not have one of the channels that Larry Ryan's on.
You're not the only person that's told me that.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good, but still, I don't like being retired at all. I hate
bet
it.
you don't.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Instead of getting up at 4 o'clock, I wake up at 5:30 now.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
well.
So let me take you back.
Okay.
Let me take you back to 1964.
Okay.
Was Vern Stearman the program director of
yes.
Keel?
Yes.
And do you remember getting the phone call and the offer from Keel Radio back in the early 60s?
I really don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember I got the job.
Right.
And I was happy about it because I was in Virginia, Hopewell, Virginia. There was a programming station there.
Yeah.
And I could make like $45 more a week. And I said, yeah, I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Shreveport.
Yeah. And you had a girlfriend named Susie Insminger. Am I remembering that correctly?
That's right. Ensinger.
Yeah. And so you talked her into coming with you, and I think she said, okay, as long as you marry me. And you guys got married on the way down, didn't you?
No, we got here on a Saturday, did a show on Sunday, which I think you're going to talk about, and then on Monday we went to Marshall, Texas, and got married.
Okay, yeah.
And we're Justice of the Peace over there.
Yeah,
great story.
Yeah.
The guy said he married us, and I wrote him a check, and he said this check wouldn't be hot, would it? And I said, yes, sir, it would. But as soon as I get paid, I'm going to come back over here and pay you. He said, well, you look like a fine young man. I'm going to take it. So we did. As we're walking out, there were 4 checks on the board that had not been somebody paid back.
Right.
But I went back. Let's see, I got paid on a Friday, and I went back the following Monday and paid him, and he took me to lunch.
That's the kind of guy.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy. And that's one of the reasons that you have, among many, that you've had the success that you've had. Okay. That first shift, I don't know if it was your first shift, but it was your first weekend.
Yes.
Keel was in the Roberts Center. It
Yes.
had not yet moved
Yes.
to 710 Spring Street, the building that Marie Gifford built. And you managed to have a heck of a time at the Roberts Center.
Well, I put on a record. There was a little store across the street from the Roberts Center.
Yeah, yeah,
And I could get cigarettes there, and I was out.
yeah.
So I put on a long record. God knows what it was. and I
Maybe
ran
Hey
across the
Jude, who
street. Yeah.
knows? Yeah.
Ran across the street to buy cigarettes, came back, and the door was locked.
Oh, no.
And for a long time, and you heard the thump, 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 thump on the record.
Yeah.
And Vern Stearman came back and opened up the door for me.
I love it. I love it.
He told me not to do it again.
Don't do that again. Yeah.
I'll fire you on Monday.
Now, how long did you work before you were offered the morning job at Keel, which you were in for many, many years?
I don't remember. I think it was about 2, maybe 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And Don Logan went on vacation.
Don had been the morning guy
Yes.
for years at Keel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he went on vacation, and Marie said, take the job, and you do it. And I said, okay. Well, evidently I did things that Don wasn't doing, and they suggested that Don go ahead and take a midday shift, and I take the mornings from that. And it was on from that point.
Wow. When you look back over all those years, Larry, and I know this is a hard question because there's been so many memories for you in radio through the years.
All right.
What are you proudest of? What are the things that come to your mind that you are, that just light you up to this day when you remember?
I think I'm basically proud of the guys. My biggest project was to teach guys
Yeah.
how to do production, how to do air shift. Randy Hames was one of the nation's top announcers in
Yeah.
Houston,
Sure.
and he kept losing his mind. I put a typewriter in the control room so he could type things down for him to say. I mean, just little stupid things like that.
Yeah.
But
The talent that you recruited into Shreveport
yeah,
is phenomenal. Howard Clark, Ronald F. Montgomery, Lane Brigham, Tommy Kramer. At one point, I think I was in high school here.
yeah,
You were on in the mornings,
yeah.
followed by Howard Clark, Steve Kelly. Ron Montgomery was in the afternoon. Tommy Kramer was 7 to midnight. And when you think about all of those guys and what they went on to do,
Very successful.
when you think about the talent that you put together, it's mind blowing, Larry.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It really is. We've had a great staff. The list of people goes on for a long time.
You put the first African American disc jockey on Keel. Be pleased.
John Barry Pleasant.
Yeah.
He wanted to change his name, and I said, why? That Barry Pleasant is the greatest name I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Well, he went on from here to Los Angeles.
Yeah. And that was not unusual. You took a guy from Spring Hill, Louisiana, Howard Clark,
Yeah.
who then worked on both coasts, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Worked in San Francisco. I think he worked into the New York market. But, I mean, phenomenal.
Well, Howard came back. Howard is from Spring Hill.
Oh, yeah.
And so he came back home, I think with his parents or something, and needed a job. And my God, how are you going to turn down a Howard Clark?
Lord have mercy. Yeah.
Marvelous voice.
Absolutely. And then, I recall a conversation, and I don't recall where you and I had this conversation, but at some point you told me that you would, when you needed somebody, you would get in the car and you would drive. Either you'd go north, or you would go east, or you would go west, and you just start listening to the radio.
Yeah.
And I remember at KBCL, you came up with a phenomenal young man who did afternoons.
Yeah.
Yeah. And went on there from, I think to the New York market.
Randy went to New York City, WNBC or ABC or something like
Randy
that.
Davis, yeah.
And Charlie Monk
Oh, gosh.
went to Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Those were two I picked out of Arkansas, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Again, both those guys, phenomenal voices, phenomenal entertainers.
Yep.
Of course, if Charlie were here, he would remind us his name was Larry Monk. You were Larry Ryan, obviously, so you said you're not going to be Larry Monk, you're going to be Charlie Monk.
Yeah.
Really? Can't be doing this.
As you're not going to be Howard something, you're going to be Oogie Cooper. And he said, no.
Oogie was Jerry Bowman.
Yep.
Jerry
I
Bowman.
gave him the little squeaky horn. Beep, beep. He said, I hate that. And God, he became famous with that.
Yeah, well, he went on from here. If I'm recalling correctly, Oogie went to work in Hawaii after this. Yeah, and so again, the stories that you can tell, we're gonna work you.
Right.
We're gonna work you today, and we're gonna work your brain and work your mind. Get some more old stories,
Do it.
and get some new ones. Because you are an inspiration to all of us. Larry Ryan, lovable Larry Ryan, is our life strategist today here on Strategies for Living. Stay with us. Much more to come. Many more stories, I promise. And welcome back in to Strategies for Living Radio. Lauren Leon McMillan, David McMillan with Larry Ryan today. And I can hear people saying, I was wondering where he's been. Where has he been? We need him back on the air. So are you ready?
No.
No.
Seriously, I don't know if I want to do it again or not.
Yeah.
People said, make a podcast. Everybody's got a podcast.
Yeah.
I like playing music too.
Yeah. Well, that would be if you did something like that, that would be the deal.
Yeah, but you'd have to pay all the residuals.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That'd be tough.
Yeah.
All right. When, for so many years, you were known, the team that got so well known, Larry Ryan and Mr. Weather.
Yep.
So how did that start? How did that come to be?
True story. Ken Booth was a newsman.
Yeah.
You remember him?
Oh, I remember him well. Yeah. Billy Wilson could not wait to become general manager so he could fire Ken.
You're right. You're right. One day he was supposed to do the weather, and I said, Ken, you got to do the weather. So I'm not doing that weather. Anyway, to make a long story short, Ralph was in the FM room on the other side. He had just started work for KMBQ.
Yeah.
And I said, Ralph, what? Come on in here and read the weather. I've never done anything like that before. I don't care. Just read the weather. Time for the weather, whatever the jingle was. And I said, and now it's time for Mr. Weather. And he did the weather, and it was horrible. And I said, thank you so very, very much. And it stuck for 60-some years.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
When you say radio teams,
Yeah.
and you and Ralph have had periods where you didn't take him to KBCL with you.
Tried.
You tried, but he didn't go. And then, but you guys through the years would reunite.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like, it was seamless. It was just like you guys had never been apart.
That's really funny. And I had lunch with him, Tuesday?
Tell him I said, hey.
Oh, and he's doing well. He's happy. He's retired.
Right.
And I think of this, for almost 60 years we did this, and I never ate a meal at his house.
Oh, wow.
I had him to my house once. I was never at his house. We worked together, we did things together, but we never associated with each other.
You know, and you reminded me, I interviewed back when Robert J. Wright and Aaron were on in the mornings.
Yeah.
I was interviewing him one day, and I asked them, what's the secret of the chemistry between the two of you? And Robert gave an answer very similar to the one that you just said. He said, we don't associate with each other outside of the radio control room.
We work together.
Yeah, we work together, yeah.
And
we work together very well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we keep our private lives private.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you are well known in the Shreveport-Bossier area. If you say the name Larry Ryan and you're
Young people don't know.
young people, no, but if you're above 40 or above, you're going to know who Larry Ryan is. The notoriety that came with being on the radio, being on the air for so many years, how did you deal with that? Was that an issue? Was that a problem for you?
Being on radio is a blessing
Yeah.
because nobody knows who you are.
Yeah.
Not TV,
Yeah.
just radio. So
Yeah.
I love to tell this story. I was in Home Depot, and I'm checking out a line, and the guy said, I know you. And I said, well, maybe. He said, hold on, I know who you are. And he thought. As I'm leaving, he said, you're Robert Wright. Now, I knew who this guy was. I saw this guy drive up in his truck. And he said, you're Robert Wright. And I said, yeah, you're right.
You're right.
As I walked outside, I keyed his truck. Other than that, that's a true story. Nobody really knows who you are.
No. What do you remember back? What drew you to radio? Were you drawn to radio when you were a little guy? Was it in high school? Where were you drawn into radio? Where did the bug bite you?
In Marshalltown, Iowa, there was a guy on the corner in front of Kresge's drugstore. It's called Man on the Street. And he interviewed people as they walked by. And I thought, that is the neatest job. I want that.
Yeah.
And I took it. took
You
that
pursued
to heart.
yeah. Man, I'm so glad that guy that guy was there for you.
Yeah, Marshalltown, Iowa. Whew.
Wow. So you're an Iowa boy.
Yeah.
Grew up in, I guess, how big a town is Marshalltown?
About 24,000.
Okay, it's not a big. So you were at home in terms of the population when you came in.
Yeah.
When you came into Shreveport, do you remember what you thought about the Shreveport-Bossier area?
One thing, we got to town on Saturday, and somebody told us you need to drive over to Bossier. We drove over the Texas Street Bridge, and it looked like Las Vegas, Nevada.
Absolutely, the
This was
Bossier
in
Strip.
'64. Everything was lit up, and it was wonderful. And I thought, wow, what a great place.
Yeah.
And I drove back to the motel.
Where did you have the most fun? Was it the Dirty Dribblers? Was it the baseball team? Was it teaming up with Al LeGrand? Where was the most fun for you?
It was all fun.
Yeah.
It was all fun.
Yeah.
We got down here, and I played sports all my life, and I told Marie Gifford I want to start a softball team. She said, okay. I said, I have to buy uniforms. She said, okay. Went to Harbuck Sporting Goods store back in the old days.
Yeah, sure.
And I said, I want to buy a uniform. And they said, well, what do you want? And I said, I want Bermuda shorts. And they said, no, you don't. I said, yes, I do. So I gave them to the team, and they said they complained about it for a while. We played in Bermuda shorts, and everybody said, yeah, Bermuda shorts. Next year, half of the other teams were playing Bermuda shorts.
Of course.
That's how all that started out there.
Was it? I'm trying to go back in my memory. Was it the Nasty Nine?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Nasty Nine.
Yeah.
And my last basketball game was not with the Dirty Dribblers. It was with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Whoa.
I played, that got in there, and they said, here, get in. And I had a uniform on with the Washington Generals.
Oh, yeah.
And I forget the guy's name. He was I think Mansfield or somewhere. He was played for the Globetrotters, and I took the ball and made a 3-pointer, and then he guarded me a little closer, and I was going to shoot another 3-pointer, and he grabbed me. I made 2 free throws and went over and sat down. They said, "No, you're still in there," and I said, "That's the end of my basketball career against the Harlem Globetrotters." I got the uniform at the house.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many wonderful memories. Yeah.
You know, you're one of your sponsors, Fertitas.
Yeah. Fertitas Delicatessen.
Mr. Fertitta loved Susie.
Yeah.
And when she was in the hospital with Corey, he brought her a muffaletta every day.
Oh, wow.
Not so nobody could see it because she wasn't supposed to eat that.
Yeah.
Muffaletta. When she was done, they brought a muffaletta when they had the child.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I just thought I'd bring that up.
Well, you know, thank you for that. You know, again, when you think about Shreveport-Bossier history, you think of places like Fertitas. You
Been there
think
forever.
of folks like Larry Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, talk about your journey. You decided back in 1976. You and Susie decided we're going to jump in, and there was a 250 watt radio station for sale, KBCL.
That was the thing where you.
And how did that? Did you guys have to have a lot of conversation before you made that jump? Because you were at the height of your career as morning guy on Keel.
Yeah. Somebody told us it was a radio station for sale and it was cheap. So we talked to a couple of people to help us finance the thing.
Right.
And we bought it for dirt cheap.
Yeah.
But the people that came to work there weren't dirt cheap.
No.
That was a hell of a radio station.
It was. It was phenomenal.
Somebody told me one time that he was a program director, actually a national chain program director, said that may be the best sounding 250 watt radio station that's ever been.
Yeah.
But look at the people that were on there.
Oh my gosh. I'm thinking right away. We've already mentioned Charlie Monk and Randy Davis, but I'm also thinking people like Casey Daniels, Mike Martindale,
Howard
Hart, just phenomenal talent through the years. And I mean, radio folks. I mean,
Scott Hodges was a news director.
Oh my goodness,
he was the best.
Yeah, I mean, people may not realize what a 250 watt radio is. Let me put this into perspective. Keel, KEEL is a 50,000 watt radio station.
Yep.
So it blasts all over the place. 250 watts, tower sitting in Bossier City by the river. You had it juiced up. It went as far as it could possibly go, but 250 watts is 250 watts. What you and Susie were able to do business-wise should have put you into the Business Hall of Fame, in addition to the Broadcasting Hall of Fame. You guys were very successful financially and business-wise, because I know that because I competed against you. I was at Keel.
Al LeGrand was a sales director. We had three.
Hated him.
We had 3 of the best-looking women in town that were salespersons. Now, how are you going to turn advertising down like that?
I get it.
Right?
I get it. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about because I was out there competing.
Yeah.
I was trying to get my share. Back in that day, and thankfully, it worked out.
Yeah.
Larry Ryan. Yeah, that one. Lovable Larry Ryan. You've been looking for him. Well, he hadn't gone very far. We found him, and we've got him here on Strategies for Living. Hopefully we're going to be able to entice him to come back and tell more stories like he's telling today. But don't go away right now. We've got much more to come right here on Strategies for Living. Back in a moment with Larry Ryan.
We all have problems every day. We all need help along the way. We
need strategies, strategies, strategies for living radio.
And we're back with Larry Ryan here on Strategies for Living. Lauren, Leon McMillan, David McMillan. Yeah, Larry just looked over at Lauren and said, "Do you talk?"
I do. I'm just taking it all in.
Well, to be fair, I mean, you said when I said Larry Ryan is our life strategist today, you said
I can't compete with that.
Yeah, well, you don't. You said I'm not going to work very hard. You just, you.
All right, here's a question: who put the music together?
Well, Lauren and I did that together. That was
wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote it's good.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that off the air.
All right.
So, I don't want to be. You're familiar with strategies. You know, we don't do negative stuff. We don't do a lot of political stuff, hardly any. So I don't want to be negative at all, but I do want to know what your feel is today for broadcasting today, especially radio, TV and radio both. But what's your feel? Because you are
I made a living
expert.
off of it. I don't want to sour grapes. I don't want to do that.
Right.
I can tell you that radio basically all they're trying to do is to get your telephone number and your address so they can send or sell that information to other companies.
Yeah.
That's well, you know that.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I should have said that or not, but that's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
But all radio is good. You know that.
Oh, have loved it all, almost my whole. Well, when I was a kid, Larry, the way I had a little bit of anxiety, and the way that I would go to sleep at night was Keel Radio. Keel Radio because it calmed me down to know there was somebody out there working.
Yeah.
I hated Sunday nights. Hated it. Because I don't know if you remember, but Keel would sign. That's the only night that Keel would sign off at midnight.
Yep.
So they could do work on the transmitter or whatever, I guess. And so I had to find another radio station on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Found one up in Little Rock, Arkansas.
KAAY.
You betcha. You betcha. Yeah, there you go.
I had a chance to go to work there, and they didn't pay enough, so I didn't go.
Thank
Well,
goodness.
we're glad.
Thank goodness. You have, like any, you became a Shreveporter
Oh, yeah.
very quickly. Again, we don't have time to talk about all of the things that you've accomplished and done and brought to this area. But I know that, at least I think, you're very proud of your association with local Mardi Gras, particularly the crew of Centaur.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were a few years ago, you were king of Centaur. Yeah.
Got back from Chicago, and there was a guy in Shreveport named Dan Baldwin. You know who that is.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said, "Man, you were in Chicago. We just had Mardi Gras for the first time with the crew of Gemini.
Sure.
It's the most fun I've ever had. We did this and this." And I said, "Dan, I want to join." He said, "I'll put you on the waiting list." I told Susie that, which was a mistake. I said, he said I'd put us on the waiting list. And she said, "The hell you will. We'll start one."
I love it. That's Susie.
She had a meeting we called Tommy Canterbury. There were 8 or 10 people there at Robidoux house. Then she put an ad in the paper, and we met at another person's house, and there was about 50 people there. Then Randy James said we can use cowboys, and it was about 150 people. That was the initial group that went at Randy's
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. Wow.
That's how it started.
I rode I got to ride in the very first Gemini parade.
Did you really?
I was manager of by that time
Oh,
I
yeah.
was the manager of KVKI, and I'm blanking on the gentleman that came to me and was part of Gemini, and he was a banker in town, and he said, we need some help.
Yeah.
Because they were getting it off the ground.
Started, yeah.
And so KVKI sponsored a float, and because I sponsored the float, I got to ride on it.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. Nobody knew what to expect. And that very first parade lined up on the backside of Shreve City. And so we had to be there, as I recall, we had to be there like at 2:00 in the afternoon to get loaded and the parade didn't begin till 6 or 7. And so had no idea, being from Shreveport, sometimes we don't really support the things that we needed to support. So I'm being very honest. I was concerned. I will never forget when we turned when the parade pulled out, and our float, went out and turned onto Shreveport-Barksdale Highway, and seeing the phenomenal crowds up and down both ways. In that in that first parade, we went all the way up to Uri, came back, came all the way down, went across the river to Bossier, and ended at Pierre Bossier Mall. But it was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Our first parade, we had bees that were so bad they were throwing it back at us. They were terrible. Little bitty bees. We didn't know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you have to learn. Yeah. What, if you have a message, for Shreveport, I know you love Shreveport and Bossier City. I know you do. What would you encourage all of us to remember, to think about, to know about our community, our cities?
Number one, fix the holes in the streets. I ruined a tire yesterday.
Oh, I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
What to remember? Basically, it's a great city. There's a lot of great features. Elect people that actually care about the city and not their pocketbooks.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, and you've been around a long time here, and I think you just nailed it.
Me and Clyde.
Yeah. And and of course, back in the day, you had a lot of fun with a lot of the mayors. I remember the fun you had with Clyde Fent.
He was fun.
Yeah.
He went to, I love telling this story. He said, I'm going to a luncheon today and I don't want to go. And I said, why? He said, because they're serving cow's tongue. I said, cow's tongue? He said, I'm not eating something that comes out of a cow's tongue, cow's mouth. Give me something wholesome like eggs.
Oh, jeez.
He was great.
I love it. Well, we have been blessed with some folks like that who are wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that you've just given very good advice. Know who you're voting for. Do a little research.
Yeah.
It's not hard to figure out.
Doesn't have to be a friend.
No.
Find somebody that's actually going to do something.
Lovable Larry Ryan, what a treat to have you come and be on Strategies for Living. You're not going to be a stranger, are you? You'll come back and update us on where life is and what you're doing and all that good stuff. Incredible. Larry Ryan, don't we miss him? Yeah, we do. Strategies for Living. We'll be back in a moment. And welcome back. Welcome back into Strategies for Living. Lauren Leon McMillan, you've taken the day off.
Well, yeah. I'm enjoying hearing all the stories and listening to the two of you.
There you go. Strategies for Living. I'm David McMillan with Lovable Larry Ryan today. And Larry, we're asking the producer. I'm holding up 3 more fingers because we need 3 more hours, but he's shaking his fist at me. So, you're going to have to come back.
All right.
But in the meantime, I want you to give us something to think about. What would you have us take away from? We've talked about a lot of stuff today.
Yeah.
But what would you have us take away from the conversation today?
If I were to make any kind of a suggestion at all of what I would do is I would live in Shreveport-Bossier.
Mm.
The reason for that, I mean, I've had a chance to, Los Angeles, Chicago, I had a chance to go to New York,
Yep.
but I loved it here. Why? I love the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just made all the difference in my life.
Yeah. Well,
Well.
you made a lot of difference in a lot of our lives. And so thank you on
You're very
behalf
welcome.
of a lot of people. Thank you, Larry, for all that you are doing and have done for this community. And
You're welcome.
maybe we will maybe we'll entice you to get back on the air. You know. Thank you, folks. Thank you for being with us today here on Strategies for Living. We appreciate you, and we appreciate our sponsors who make it all possible: the Robinson Film Center, Azalea Cleaners, Pintail Roofing, the Balanced Life Wellness Center, Fertitta's Delicatessen, home of those Muffies, SRT Sales Training, Uprising Addiction Center, and Mira Direct Primary Care. If today were the last day of your life, you only had one more phone call to make, who would you call? And what would you say? And why are you waiting? Make the call. For Larry Ryan and for Lauren Leon McMillan, I'm David McMillan. See you next time right here on Strategies for Living.